When we think about buying or selling a home, we expect it to be a long and complicated process, but it doesn't have to be this way. Having worked in the real estate industry for over 20 years now, I know all too well how daunting selling your home can be. There are a lot of moving parts to consider: hiring a realtor, getting the right price, figuring out your finances, getting your home values, and the list goes on and on and on. And it is no surprise that nearly 40% of Americans cried when selling their homes because it was so stressful. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There are 10 steps that you can take to make selling your home as simple and as stress-free as possible. And if you're ready to learn what they are, keep watching this video. Hi, I'm Leslie Huggins with Homes by Leslie and RPI Real Estate Services of Georgia. And with over 20 years in the real estate industry, we have helped hundreds of sellers successfully sell their homes. So it is safe to say that we have dozens of tips for selling. When I was deciding on the 10 of the most important steps for selling your home, I thought about the top 10 questions that every seller frequently asks me, and I want to cover those steps in this video. So the first step you need to take is finding your motivation. Selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. You've probably spent a lot of time making this place a home for you and possibly your family, and deciding to sell it and move on isn't always an easy decision. So you want to make sure that selling is definitely the right decision before you get too far into the selling process. So how do you do that? First of all, I recommend sitting down and talking about the reasons why you're thinking of selling your home. Maybe your family is expanding and you need a bigger home, or maybe the kids are moving out and it's time to downsize, or maybe you're just ready for a fresh start. Either way, it pays off to discuss selling your home with all involved to make sure that everyone is on the right page, because changing your mind halfway through can be costly. So once you've decided that it's definitely time to sell, it is time to call your current lender provider. They'll discuss your finances about your home so that you can find out how much equity that you have in your home. And once you have that figure, you can then determine what your bottom line is after deducting selling expenses. You can make sure that you have cash for any home improvements, and you will ensure that you have enough equity for your new home. Once you've made the decision, I want you to ask yourself these 4 additional questions. Then you'll be ready to go. What is your time frame to move? Be realistic. Sure, you might want to be out there and into a new home in a month or 2, but can you really make that happen? What is your budget for pre-listing those home improvements that we need to do? Again, think of what you can realistically afford and carry out in your time frame to move. What is the minimum sales price that you will accept? It is always worth having a minimum figure in mind so that you can go from there. Do you have a plan A and a B to where you will move next? In an ideal world, selling your home and moving to a new one would go smoothly, but unfortunately, it doesn't always work out that way. So having a plan B will give you a safety net if things don't work out the way you want it. The next step you need to take is completing home improvements. Even if you think that your home is in a perfect shape, preparing to sell it usually takes a little bit of work. So whether that's your own sweat equity with a deep clean and some minor do-it-your-home repairs, or some professional improvements. If you want to get the maximum amount of money out of selling your home, you need to have your home looking its very best. And begin by putting yourself in your potential buyer's shoes. You want them to fall in love with your home just the way you did when you first bought it. So it's worth spending that little extra time to perfect it and make it move-in ready. While you're thinking of home improvements, you may want to schedule a home inspection before putting your home on the market. The last thing you want to do is be deep in the selling process when nasty surprises pop up. A pre-inspection will help you to avoid this. Surprise repairs and issues will deter potential buyers, and a home inspection will flag these issues for you. So when your buyer hires their own inspectors, you will most often not be surprised by additional issues. The more issues that your buyer finds, the less likely that they will be to purchase your home or offer you full asking price. Most home buyers are looking for a move-in ready home. Not many people want to buy a fixer-upper. The more move-in ready your home is, the less likely your buyers will be to back out of the offer. And mostly we want the house to appraise without any issues needing to be addressed in order to meet that appraisal price and be able to close. Some common home improvements that I most often suggest to homeowners that you may want to consider are getting your home professionally clean, painting the walls neutral colors, make sure all the drains flow easily, organize your closets and thin out personal items, get floors and carpets professionally cleaned, power wash the driveway and the porch if needed, cut back overgrown trees, add some seasonal flowers in pots, change the air filters, switch outdated kitchen hardware with modern ones, upgrade your appliances if needed and replace with stainless steel, replace single pane or broken windows, and possibly even with energy efficient ones. Next, you will need to price your home. This is potentially the most stressful decision that homeowners have to consider when it's time to sell. If you price it too high, it could sit on the market for a long time and might not sell right away. If you put it too low, you'll be walking away with far less money than you deserve. And a lot of sellers don't know where to start. I recommend researching how much other homes in your area sell for and how much are they not on the market for. You also need to expect negotiations when you decide on an asking price. So be prepared to adjust 5% or even 10% above the price that you'd be happy with. It may be a good idea to turn to an expert to carry out a home evaluation. A professional will be able to check out your house and may help you to decide that price that is right for you and for your home. And here's the general rule. If you want to sell your house fast because you've already committed to a new place, or maybe because moving to start a new job maybe as soon as possible, you should price your house slightly lower. So pricing your house a bit lower most often helps to sell it faster. But if you can afford to take your time, you don't have to settle for a price that you are unhappy with. So you can aim a little bit higher. Once you have a price, the next thing you need to think about is staging your home. First impressions are absolutely crucial. Again, I want you to put yourself into your potential buyer's shoes or think back to when you bought your home. You have probably been there before and you find that this listing online and that you totally fall in love with it and the pictures and everything about it. But when you get there, the furniture is unmatched, the bedrooms are untidy, the decor is dark, and it's unwelcoming. The kitchen counters are crowded and dirty, the bathrooms are overflowing with toiletries and used towels. So what are you going to do? You are going to walk away from that listing and find another one. A well-staged home is much more likely to sell quicker and for a higher price. So here are my top tips for staging your home. In the living room, remove unnecessary furniture. Pull furniture away from the wall. Replace the dark curtains with lighter colors. Remove or tuck away wires and cords. Pack away any family pictures and fill any nail holes. In the dining room, properly set the dining table. Hang light-colored floor to ceiling curtains. Open blinds to add in natural light. Use brighter light bulbs to add in more light. Add plants to add more light and color. In the kitchen, remove most of the items off the counters. Add a bowl of fruit to add the color. Stain or replace dated cabinets. Replace old knobs and hardware. Add a new backsplash or paint it to add personality. And in the bedrooms, remove TVs and other entertainment items. Use fresh white textured linen on the beds. Add fun pillows and throw pillows. And the bed should not be pushed into a corner. And pack away a good bit of what is in the closets to make them look bigger. In the bathrooms, put away the toothbrushes and all the toiletry items that might be on the counters. Hang new white towels and possibly in thirds, even get fancy ones. Put away the wastebasket. Hang a new shower curtain. Use neutral colors. And I know that this sounds like a lot of work, but it all boils down to a few simple principles. Make sure that your home is minimal items, stick with neutral colors throughout, and add a few splashes of color. So now it's time to market your home. We've spent all this time deciding on a price, doing a home inspection, staging your home, and now it is time to make sure that your home gets in front of potential buyers. Marketing your home is a super important step that you do not want to get wrong. And we understand that marketing your home sounds complicated, and you're right, it can be. That's why when it comes to this stage, it's best to hand over the reins to the professionals. And that's where we come in. It's our job to create hype around your home. And this starts way before selling it. The more we do prior to putting your home on the market, the more likely you are able to receive top dollar for your property. We swear by an innovative marketing plan that involves determine and initiate pricing strategy. We evaluate property demographics to help determine the pricing. We discuss our detailed marketing plan with the seller. We place the yard signs and marketing on the property. We monitor and evaluate results of marketing activities every week. We revise the marketing plan and pricing strategy as necessary. Suggest vendors if needed, whether it's for windows, home cleaner, painter, handyman, home inspector, gardener, appraisers, and much more. One way that we spread the word about your home and get it in front of the potential buyers is social media. And over 90% of the buyers find their new home online. And about 80% are using their mobile devices to search. So, that's where your potential buyers are hanging out. So your home should also be there. With incredible stats like this, it's surprising that so few agents don't understand how to properly use these platforms. And luckily for you, that's something that we specialize in. Our social media strategy is second to none. We expose your home to a broad but targeted audience by virtual property tours added to our YouTube channel with descriptions crafted to enhance and the search engine optimization, say that fast. Boost target market paid advertising on social media featuring and the property tour video which generates property views, comments, likes, and shares. Creating cookies on the back end of marketing to capture target audience. Online syndication that includes Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, Facebook, YouTube, Google, HomeSnap, Oodle, HotPad, Backpages, and more. With weekly posts and updates to keep your home in top spots. We have paid listing enhancements to keep your property in prime position on all these sites, and so much more. We don't take the same approach of marketing as a lot of other agents often do. Think of what we do as traditional marketing on steroids. When we accept your listing, we will execute a marketing plan that will sell your home fast and for the maximum amount of money. Your home is professionally photographed room by room to show off all of the home's best features. Video footage and drone photos are included. Our marketing broadcast goes out to affluent buyers that are in waiting. Specific home features and amenities are identified, and we use targeted marketing approach. And that's just a small glimpse of what we can do to market your home. And once your home is marketed correctly, it's time to think about what happens when you start receiving offers and negotiating. And when you work with us, this stage is fairly simple. By handing it all over to us, you will save yourself a lot of time and effort. And we will review, we will compare and contrast the terms of all of the offers that you receive and explain the pros and cons of each offer. And if you've been following me or seen any of my previous videos, the highest price offer isn't always the best offer, and I tell you why. Then we'll take the time to call lenders and agents to understand the motivation of each of the buyers. Then we can confirm with financing type which one will work best for the property. After that, we'll make sure that the closing date is realistic and works with you and your needs and your wants. Then it's time to assess the offers. We'll counter all offers from worst to best and verify proof of funds that are sufficient for the buyer's down payment and closing funds. Then we'll verify the funds that are needed and to pay the difference in appraised value if that ends up being necessary. So how do you transition to the next step? Accepting an offer. Again, the easiest option is to leave it all up to us. We can take care of the entire process from accepting a contract, verifying buyers' earnest money, to marketing the property as offer accepted and sending out all the seller copies and documents. Once that offer is accepted, it's time to close the deal. And don't worry, your relationship with us doesn't have to end when the deal is closed. We absolutely pride ourselves in maintaining lifelong relationships with all of our clients, continuing to add value to them. We pride ourselves in maintaining lifelong relationships with all of our clients and continuing to add value for them. Finally, it's time for the most important and exciting step of all, and it's the one that you have been waiting for: moving out. Think of how it will feel when all of your hard work finally pays off and you're in that new home of your dreams. And to think you're only 10 steps away from getting there. Still have some questions? Great. Let's discuss those. So book a call with me today. With me on your side, you won't have to tackle selling your home all alone. Me and my team will be on your side every step of the way down this long road. And I understand that selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions that you could ever make. And my goal is to make this process as simple and easy as possible. Start with the end in mind. My business is run as it should be, like a business. And this isn't a side hustle or a hobby for me. It is my entire life. And I dedicate 100% of my time to helping my clients. So when you sell with us, you can rest assured that we are taking care of everything for you so that you can focus on the best part: moving into your new home and starting a new chapter in your life. So don't forget to book the call before you go so that we can kickstart this journey together today.